Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy. Today we're taking a look at Transformers Telemocha Beast Wars Optimus Primal. This is another figure that is on loan to me from a great friend out there. You know who you are. Shout out T. And really nice paint deco. This is, of course, I think it's another redeco of the Robot Masters Beast Wars. So just another redecoration of it. I believe this is the Ultra class, although that may be wrong. And of course, this is a simplified kind of downscale version of the Ultra Toy model as well. But this is a beautiful, beautiful Transformer. This is the TM01, the first of the Telemocha series, or at least the one with the number 1 in it. And we're going to get right into transforming it here on the Back and Forth channel. Welcome back, everybody. Let's get into it. So, this is a very simple transformation as far as I'm concerned. Let's get that out of the shot. What you want to do is you want to bring these arms down, just like this, and straighten those hands out a bit, like so. There's those loud ratchets from the chest beating feature that we're going to go over in a moment. Then you're going to extend these legs. You're going to flip these toes up, these ape toes, to reveal Transformer toes, heel toes. I'll do that to the other one. Flip it up, make sure they're both in the same position. Right on, right on, right on. And we're going to spin this torso so you can see that nice triple blue button crotch piece. Yeah. So get that nice and centered. Then we're going to drop these front toe pieces down. One of the things I guess we'll talk about it in a second. Let's just worry about the transformation for now. So that's pretty much everything done at this point. You're going to come to this head section here. A lot of people have difficulty separating this from the top, and that's because it doesn't separate from the top to begin with. It actually separates from the bottom. So you pull that like that. As you're pulling it down, you give this part a spinsicles, and then drop it into place as his chest piece, his Tony Stark-esque, Iron Man-esque chest piece. So I'll put that in there, get that settled in there. And then you can bring the head forward. And that is pretty much him at this point in the transformation. There is TM, stacks on stacks on stacks, duty. TM Optimus Primal. There he is. There he goes. And we'll take a look at him in this form before we go any further in the transformation and look at some of his hidden doodads and features. So I'll put that down a little further. I want that a little further down. I guess it wants to stay there. So there's the front. I really do like these kind of red and gray accents. You can see some dried blood on the insides of some of these creases. We're going to have to detail that for my boy before I give it back. And we'll take a look at the sides. He's got big, beefy arms. And of course, on this model, the hands are in fist position. And he's got some nice cheeks. And this button will release some weapons, but we'll get into that in a moment. Clearly, this is something that could be stiffened up a bit as well, but I can handle that for him as well. So we'll take a look at the back there, like I said, and then the other side, same as the opposite side, and there is the Transformer. Now, as you can see, there are some missiles and some missile storage back there, and we'll get to that in a second. Let's take a look at some of his hidden weapons, shall we? So in this forearm, right here, you can grab this little tab and go like that, and now he's got one of these. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. sweet RoboCop reference. Then in this arm, you've also got a... Let's get him to stand up properly for just a moment. In that arm, you've got hidden away. So let's try to get this open. Inside this arm, you've got, haha, sleight of hand. This hidden inside. So this Morning Star, mace, flail, whatever you want to call it, weapon is stored in that arm. And we can go like that, close that up, and give him a swingy, swingy, thingy. And he can swing it at you. Bam! Ow! And we can take a little look at that. It's actually pretty well detailed. Nice silver color. I think I've seen another one that was in matte gray. I'm sure that's the difference between that model and this model, but anyway. So there's that. And you know me, I don't normally even put the weapons into the transformer, but as this is being done for a colleague, I thought, you know what, why not? Why not indeed? So we can see, I can't imagine this will be any shade of easy to put this in here at all. And indeed it is not. Oh, hey, how about it? It's in there. Okay, so there's that weapon as well. And there's this weapon as well. And so this can take these two missiles back there that are stored in the back. Let's get this put away for now. Let's flip this down on that beautiful spring-loaded feature. In you go. But they can also go in dun 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 dun. Oh. They can also go in here into these flip-up cannons that he has stored as well. Let's just put him over here so he'll stand somewhat. Come on. So they can also go in there. And spoiler, in the back here, just with storage right here in these cutout sections, are two blue swords. And you can actually put those in both hands. And you can also use the missiles in here. I am not going to do that. We'll save those for storage later. And for now, we're just going to move those back and out of the way. Now, this mask that he has on was almost never used in the series. I think it might be in one episode, but it's very strange looking. The mouth looks akin to an upside-down Autobot symbol. Very, very weird. It's almost like Optimus Prime at a masquerade ball, I guess. But in order to get his face looking the right way, well, normally this head would be turned around in the mask, but you take that, you flip the mask back and out of the way, and then you've got the man, the myth, the legend, Optimus Primal. You can see his head there. And in this one, unlike the other one, that's the inside of this kind of upside down coffin segment is silver. I think in the version that I checked out earlier, it was blue. This silver looks much, much better. Also, in the cartoon, he has lips. And on this figure, he has just the face mask, no lips. So personally, I think the face mask is a little bit better of a look, however inaccurate to the cartoon. So this is the back and forth channel. Everything on this channel goes back and forth. So let's go from forth to back. But I would be remiss if we didn't first have something for size reference. This is a beautiful disappearing perler bead Decepticon symbol logo that my daughter made for me, and it stands so very well all on its own. There you go. We'll put that up there. There's your size comparison. Size comparison, hold that. There you go. Ooh, he must hate that. Do you hate that, Optimus Primal, holding that Decepticon symbol that's half the size as you are? Here on Cybertron, we're all about equal opportunity. Hilarious. Whoops, give it a little bangos. Let's go from forth to back. And so the first thing you're going to want to do is this head was supposed to actually be turned around. So we're going to do that. You turn it around in the mask. And then bring this forward. I think these are supposed to be a little further back. And then you turn this back around. And you do that so that you'd actually see that nice silver part in the middle of his head. And so it's just facing the right direction. And you're going to tilt that head back. You're going to bring this up. Not that. You're going to bring this up. Flip the Tony Stark piece over. Put that head back into place. Okay, something is wrong. I'm going to take this off since it wanted to come off so easily in the first place. And make sure, you know, maybe this one doesn't want to be turned forward, so I'm going to put him in the back there. Yeah, I think when it's transformed, it likes to be in that position. So I'm going to put that back in, and let's raise this up, and there you go. Now it's up nicely where it wants to be. So there's the head. We're going to go back down to the feet. We're going to collapse. Oh, the one thing I wanted to mention when I brought these out is these pistons. These red to silver kind of gunmetal gray pistons are a great look. For whatever reason, because these are robots and mechanized bots, I like to see these pistons all over the place. If some of the really high-end MDLX and 3.0 figures will have tons of pistons all over the place. Lots of third party does that too, so I like that. We're going to fold those back up. We're going to flip this torso around again, and we're going to change from robot toes to gorilla toes. Flipsicles. Okay. And then we're going to... Oh, I actually forgot one part to show you guys. These shoulder pads, shoulder things, see these little tabs, this little peg that's in the middle of this slot? You just lift them away from that slot, and then it'll release and come up like this, so we can look like any women's business suit in the 70s and 80s. There you go. So I'm going to bring that back down, because we would have needed to bring them back down at this point anyway. And bring those fists down, bring these feet down, kind of fold them up as would be for a gorilla. And that is it. Now, the only thing I haven't mentioned in this video thus far, we're actually going to put those swords away where they go too. So you flip this, press the button and flip those up to expose this area. Then you've got some, you can put them on either side because they have tabs on either side. And I believe they just kind of go in like this. Yep, just like that. So they hide away in the contour there, which then allows you to close the weapon and the other weapon and hide that weapon. So once again, matching the contour, stick it into that recessed hole, fold down the cannon, and now he's finished. So the only other thing I didn't mention is there's this little switch here, and you can pull this switch out and then pull it back and forth like this. And what it's supposed to do is activate the chest beating aspect of this transformer. But I find it to be very gimmicky, and I also don't want to ruin anything with the ratcheting system in there. This is not my figure, so I will treat it as such. And there he is, back in his gorilla form. Stacks on, stacks on, stacks on, stacks. Duty! That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody else who might be here, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for watching these videos. Once again, I'm doing this Telemocha series because I find there's very little out there on them. There's even less out there that's not incredibly dated, made with very dated technology. So poor sound, poor video, poor instruction. No offense to everybody out there who's done them. I appreciate your work. I certainly do. But I'm going to be doing a new series, a new lineup on the Telemocha, or as many as I can get my hands on. So that's 2 of them down. That's TMSPO2, which was Megatron, the special Megatron, and TM01. This is Optimus Primal. So, folks, if you watched the video to this point, slide your thumb down, touch the like button, please, and thank you, because it helps immensely. Sub to the channel so you get the next video before anybody else. Share it with somebody you hate, or even somebody you like. And what else? Comment downstairs. Anybody who comments to my videos, I always personally respond to them, so you will get a response. Lastly, if you guess the next Transformer that I'm going to be reviewing, and you're not the person who's given it to me, there will be a prize. There will be a prize available for the person who gets it right. If you have not been told recently, love ya. Secret Guy out.